We're back at Falkner Winery. Today we're with Loretta Falkner, the owner of Falkner Winery, and we will talk about weddings and why couples tend to fall in love with this place. Loretta, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Great to be here.
Can you please tell us what makes Falkner Winery such a special venue for weddings?
Well, there's several reasons. Number one, the fact that we are very private. We're off the main road. We have no road noise like many of the other wineries. We're also 1,500 feet high, and we face west, so we have the most gorgeous sunsets and the beautiful, beautiful sky and clouds. And the fact that we are positioned with a beautiful patio, which is 3,000 square feet, and we also have an east view and a west view, and our ceremony is right down in the vines. And so once we close the winery at 5 o'clock, we are probably the only place where you as a bride have the entire winery as your private venue.
Wow.
And we can stay open outside till 10 o'clock because of the Riverside County noise restrictions, but then you can move inside into the Pinnacle where we are right now, and you can party until midnight. So you can add extra hours. And so this really enables our brides to be able to have a really nice private occasion.
What stands out the most to brides when they first visit Falkner Winery?
It would be the views and the fact that our decor is very Tuscan and Mediterranean. I used to live in Italy, and so I love cypress trees, palm trees, and white flowers. So when we created the venue, we created a feeling of Tuscany, and we have a long green pathway, and we have jasmine, and we have white, beautiful roses, cypress trees, and olive trees. And brides absolutely love taking pictures along that pathway. And then our garden is tree lined. And so by 5 o'clock when the sun is setting, the big trees in the back create some shading and privacy.
Wow.
And so then basically we have market lights across the top. And so it's a very and all around the building. And so it's a very romantic venue.
The brides must be very impressed when they come first see this venue. Can you walk us through, please, what a typical wedding day at Falkner looks like?
Sure. Basically, what transpires is the bride normally comes at noon, but she can create a venue time that she can come at 10 o'clock into the bridal changing room. And that's where she can have her hair and makeup done. She can have her bridesmaids with her, and they can relax and get ready for the wedding. And then once they're dressed, the photographer comes and they can start to take pictures, and then throughout the venue. And then basically at about 3 o'clock, only a couple hours before the ceremony, the groom and groomsmen normally come. Why? They don't have nearly as much to do as the brides. So they'll come down into our barrel room area where they go into the groom's suite, and they can relax. They normally take a couple of pictures, put on their ties, have a drink, and watch a little TV or relax until the ceremony time. And so then basically my managers and the staff ensure when they're here that they have water, and we give them a complimentary drink before the ceremony. Then the wedding manager will make sure that the guests get seated about 20 to 30 minutes before the ceremony, and then she will bring the bride and bridesmaids over. And that's of course after the groomsmen have gone down the aisle and she's gotten them down, and the groom, and then she brings over the bride and bridesmaids, gets them lined up, and gets them down the aisle. And so then basically the ceremony starts.
What comes with the Falkner wedding package?
With the wedding package, we are really pretty inclusive. We include the venue, which is called the entire winery with the vineyards for pictures.
Okay.
And we include the wedding manager, who is not a wedding planner. So she is my facility manager, and she will manage and orchestrate the entire day of the wedding. She does your timeline. She creates the floor plan. She creates and finalizes the menu with you. You do a wine tasting so that you choose your wines, and if you've decided to add alcohol, when you will choose your hard alcohols and your mixers, as well as the beers and wine. And so she creates a whole package where she knows your vendors, she knows everything that's included, so she can manage the event for you.
Okay.
She also has that planning meeting with you about 2 months prior to the ceremony. And then at that point, she will set up your ceremony rehearsal practice, which we do the day before the wedding around noonish, where the bride and bridesmaids and groomsmen come, and parents, and they practice going up and down the aisle, and then they check in any personal things that they may need for their ceremony and reception.
Okay.
And so then basically, we, the day of, we have the dance floor, we put out the tables and the chairs, we put out the linens, which is the tablecloth and the napkin, the silverware, the glassware. We set up the bride and groom table, the sign-in, the gift table, the welcome area, and of course the entire ceremony chairs. We do not include the florist. We do not include the officiant,
Okay.
your photographer, videographer, and your flowers,
separate.
and your DJ.
Okay.
But we give you an amazing list for all of those.
Okay. So overall, how do you help make the planning process easy and stress-free for the couples?
We do it because, number one, we've been doing weddings over 25 years. So we
wow.
really have a lot of experience because we do over 100 weddings a year. And so we know what the bride really desires.
Okay.
And we constantly keep up with the trends that are going on. So we know what is in and out each year. And so when we book a bride, and we have an amazing lady who does the tours, and she explains all the different options. We have different packages that a bride can choose based on what her needs are. And so we will then create that day in a manner that fits her style and her desires.
Okay.
And so we really listen to our brides, and we really, really want every bride to be very happy. So we're very customer service oriented.
How does the ceremony create that beautiful wedding day feeling?
Well, the ceremony, specifically in the spring, is surrounded by beautiful white flowers and huge, gorgeous green vines. We have a fountain that's on, so we have trickling water. We have roses all the way down the pathway. The jasmine is blooming in end of April through July.
Okay.
And then in the fall, the roses are still there, but then you have the beauty of the color of the vines, because then the vines have grapes on them, and you can go into the vineyard,
yes.
and the bride and groom can feed each other grapes, which is a very romantic thing to do.
Yes.
And of course, the vines then start to take on some color, and we have gorgeous, gorgeous painted sunsets in the fall. So you have two different feels: a beautiful spring feel that goes through the September 1, and then you get into the fall time where you have, it's a different palette, if you will.
Okay.
But they're both very, very beautiful.
Okay. What makes a winery wedding more special than a normal venue?
A winery wedding is very organic. You have vines. So you have everything that's natural. You've
Okay.
got natural vines, natural flowers. You've got beautiful buildings and architecture. We've got gorgeous lighting. We have a huge patio, 3,000 square foot patio on the front of the building. And people absolutely love hanging out there for the cocktail hour, and then even later into the evening. And we have lighting. Many times when you're in a hotel or a building, you have no privacy. Here, especially at our winery, you have complete privacy. So you are the only venue, the only activity going on. And so it makes it your day. We are 1,500 feet high, so the panoramic view, we've got some mountains on the other side. So you've got gorgeous view opportunities for the photographs. And you can use a drone if you so desire, and video. And so we give you options of things that maybe some indoor or more urban facilities would not.
Okay. What would you say to a bride who's considering Falkner Winery but hasn't visited yet?
I would say number one, read the reviews that we have and we get from the brides that we actually have performed for. Number two, I would say go on our website and or on TikTok or on Instagram and read what our brides are saying and see all the beautiful pictures that we have. We're also on Wedding Pro, which is the largest wedding site in the world. So you can go on there and you can see lots of pictures and you can read about us. You can email us or create a request through the website, and then we will send you information, including a proposal with lots of options. So you can read and know a lot about us before you choose to come.
What gives weddings here that magic in the air? Just that one thing, what gives the magic?
The winery ambiance.
What's your personal favorite moment during a wedding that you witnessed or you saw here?
I love when the ceremony is happening and the bride and the groom are getting ready to say I do to each other. And they're standing there and their friends are sitting there looking at them. The officiant is saying beautiful words, and they are looking at each other and they're realizing they're going to start a whole new life together.
Yes.
And I think that is beautiful. And it was fun. One year, there were two hawks that swooped down right as they were saying I do, and they did a little crossover above. And it was just, magical. It was a beautiful, beautiful symbol. Wow. And so I think that's what a wedding's all about.
Exactly. Loretta, thank you so much for sharing your insight with us, and we truly appreciate your time.
You're welcome, and I hope that you come to visit, you and any of your friends will come to visit Falkner Winery.
Sure
we
will.
Are known for great customer service, of course ambiance, and amazing wines. We didn't really talk about wines, but we're an award-winning wine venue, as well as we have our own executive chef on staff. So all the food is freshly prepared here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.